Hello, students. We're here to find out how to make a happy heart artwork based on the designs of Chris Uphues. This week, we're going to draw and outline a black and white picture. And then when you're done with that, set it aside someplace safe in a folder or something like that. And then next week, we are going to color and paint the background for it. Now, I'm going to show you how to make the hearts two different ways. One way is I included a template in the slideshow. And if you prefer to trace and you have a printer available to you, you can print off hearts, cut them out, and then glue them to some stiff paper and trace them. If that's not an option for you, though, don't worry, you can draw them pretty easily. And I'm going to show you how using this whiteboard. So first, let's plan out what you're going to make on the whiteboard. To draw your hearts, you're going to start off with sort of a rounded M shape, and then you're going to finish it off with a letter V. So draw two bumps like this that are the same, and then go ahead and finish it off with the letter V at the bottom. And you're probably thinking, well, Ms. Anashi, that's a weird way to draw a heart. Why are we drawing it like that? Well, the reason is they are a little bit easier to get more even that way versus drawing one side and then trying to get the other side to match. I know when I was starting out as an artist, that was one of the hardest things. You could make one side perfect and the other side looks all wonky. This way, it's a little simpler to get your hearts looking nice and even. Make sure you include a variety of sizes. Some of them can be wide, some of them can be narrow, some of them can be small, some of them can be large, and so on. A lot of times, Chris Uphues would use rainbow lines and connect the hearts together. That's certainly something that you would want to do. And then another thing that you can do is change the direction of the hearts if you want. So if you want one that's upside down or sideways, you could do that. And make sure to include some overlapping. That creates a more of a sense of space. So one heart in front and then one heart in the back, just like this. Okay, keep filling up your design with all sorts of hearts. And then next, you can check the drawing guide and look for different mouth shapes and eye shapes that you would like to include and start to putting them together in some silly, fun, whimsical faces. Try not to make your, since these are meant to be happy artworks that make the viewer happy. Well, this one's a little crooked, that's okay. I steer away from like monsters and, angry faces or things like that, and just keep it happy and silly for this particular artwork. Like that, fill that in and keep working. And then once you've got a practice and you have a really good idea of what you're going to be creating, you can start doing it on a piece of paper that will be able to hold a little bit of paint. So you don't want a very thin piece of paper. You want something a little bit thicker. If you decide to go with tracing the hearts, you can cut them out and arrange them on here the way that you want and start repeating your shapes like that. Or you can go ahead and draw them freehand. Once you've drawn the picture in completely, you should have the face filled up. You shouldn't have maybe, just 4 or 5 hearts. You should have a little more than that. And then all sorts of different crazy expressions. If you want to include rainbows, connecting them all together, or clouds, that could be something that you could do. And then when that's all done, go ahead and outline it. And then you should stop there. Don't jump ahead. Next week, after this part is done, you can start working on the second half of the picture. So that's it for now. Enjoy making your hearts. Next week, we're going to talk about adding the color in different ways. And I will see you then. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy making art. Bye-bye now.